Hello, I'm Frances and I work for the British Nutrition Foundation on the Food Effective Life education programme, and I'm going to be making some really lovely spicy mushroom and chickpea burgers with you today. And actually here's some that I've made before, and you can see how lovely and tasty those look. So just going to go through the ingredients and the method with you, and we're going to get on and make them. But before I do that, of course, I have to thoroughly wash and dry my hands. So why don't you have a quick look at what we've got here, and I'll wash my hands. Right, now I'm ready. So lovely different ingredients that we've got, and we're going to be using chickpeas today. And if you don't have chickpeas, that's absolutely fine. You can use borlotti beans, you can use kidney beans, you could even use sweet potato or mashed potato for this, or even butternut squash. We're going to use mushrooms, we're going to use breadcrumbs. Now I've already blitzed these in a food processor, but if you don't have a food processor, you could use a grater, or even you could just tear the piece of bread up finely and use that. I'm going to be using some lovely smoked paprika, something I really enjoy cooking with at the moment, but you could use chilli, you could use curry powder, you could use cumin, lots of different things that you could use as the spice in this recipe. And I'm going to use some garlic. Now I'm a bit of a cheat at home with garlic, and I actually like to use already prepared garlic, which is nice and finely chopped and it's stored in the fridge. So that's what we've got there. So first thing to do actually is, now I've blitzed the bread, is actually to get the mushrooms and the spices and the garlic cooking. And I'm going to get this lot on that I've prepared already, and then I'm going to show you how to cut that, just to sort of speed things along a little bit. So I'm going to add the mushrooms to the pan, and then I'm going to add my lovely smoked paprika, and then my garlic. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of spray oil as a cooking medium to help it cook. And then turn it on. Now my gas cooker is a little bit temperamental, but actually that worked fine. And then I'm going to give it a stir. Let this cook for 2 to 3 minutes until the mushrooms are softened. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm actually just going to show you one of the mushrooms I have left over. I'm going to show you how to cut it. So first of all, I'm going to use the bridge, and I'm going to put my fingers on either side, and I'm going to put the knife through and slice the mushrooms. Then I'm going to get one piece, and I'm going to use the claw, and then I'm going to hold it on nice and tightly, and I'm going to slice it into slices. Then I'm going to turn it around again, push them together, and then I'm going to again use the claw and slice. What you could do to save a bit of time is you could hold 2 of the slices together, and again using the claw, slicing, turning around and slicing again. And then I'm going to add that bit of mushroom to my pan. I'm going to come back to these bits here at another time and use them for something else. So that's looking lovely. The smell of the garlic and the paprika is fantastic. Okay, now I'm going to get back to my chickpeas. Now I have already mashed these a little bit beforehand, and you could use a fork, you could use a food processor if you've used that already, or you could use a potato masher. So I'm going to use a fork, and I'm going to push them down really nicely. Now chickpeas come in a can or in a carton, and they come with some liquid which is called aquafaba. Now you need to drain that off, and you need to rinse the chickpeas before you use them. Now don't throw away the aquafaba, because you could use that, because you could use it to make vegan meringues or even a vegan cake if you wanted to. So that's our chickpeas. Then I've got the bread, and I'm going to add the breadcrumbs to the bowl, and then I'm going to give that a lovely stir. And I'm going to get back to that. Now that's looking fantastic. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. And then I'm going to wash my hands again, because I'm going to put my hands back into the mixture. So just one moment while I wash my hands. Okay, so I'm going to add the mushrooms. Give it a stir. And then I'm going to use my hand to bring it together. So I love the texture of this, it feels really wonderful. But you may not like it, so if you don't like it, don't worry. You could use perhaps a plastic glove if you have one, or you could just use a spoon to try and mix it a little bit more. So you're bringing it together, trying to pick up all the pieces from the bottom. Now this mixture will make 4 nice sized burgers. So in order to make them even, what we want to do is try and divide it in the bowl. So I'm going to divide the mixture in half, and then I'm going to divide it in half again. So I get 4 nice even pieces of mixture. And then I'm going to roll it in my hands to make a nice burger shape. So there's 1, and there's 2. Now with my baking tray, you could use greaseproof paper. You could, if you've got a lovely non-stick tray, that would be fine. I've just used a little bit of spray oil on it. And I'm making these into nice firm burger shapes. And then this will be the last one. Hopefully it will be nice and even, maybe a little bit bigger than the other one, but not too much bigger. Okay. And there we have our lovely spicy chickpea and mushroom burgers. Now I'm going to cook these in the oven, and it's going to be for about 12 to 15 minutes until they're golden brown and at 200 degrees centigrade, gas mark 6, or you could actually cook them under the grill under a medium heat, turning them over once whilst they're under there. So I hope you enjoy making these, and join us next time. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.